All right, I think we're recording. All right, guys, thank you for hopping on for our second marketing training call. Today is about links, adding links to your bio, either Instagram and Facebook, or Facebook and Linktree, so you can add more than one link at a time. So I generally do this on my phone. I find it is easier, it's more user-friendly on a phone, and at least mine, I have an Apple, so mine is more user-friendly. I'm gonna show you though on my computer so that at least you can see visually like how I do it, but it will look a little different on your phone. Sorry, hold on one second. What's the matter? So on your phone, the one app that you'll need two apps. You'll need the Bitly app, which is BITLY, and that just shortens links for you. So like sometimes you'll get a link that's like crazy giant and you can shorten it down to a little one on there with that app. That's super easy to use, free. And you'll need Linktree. That's just LINKTREE. You don't need to have them right this second, but those are the two you're going to want to make this all work. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen again. We know how that worked last week, so let me know if you don't see what I think you see. Oops. Okay. Do you see my link tree? It says add new link. Yes. Okay, good. So what you'll do first, today I'm gonna work on doing, let's say, the link to Let's Get Up, the sample. Okay, so say you want to add that link to your bio on your Instagram or in your Facebook. That's a great way to let people get a sample of that workout by just clicking it in your bio. And what I do is I use my connection message. So when I get a new follower and I send them that connection message of, hey, thanks for the follow. I always say like a little bit about me, and then I do always say I'm an online health and fitness coach. I'm always running free groups. Just let me know if you'd ever like some information. And there's a free workout available if you click the link in my bio. I always say that. So that way, when you add one of these links to your bio, you can just add just that one link if you want. And that one's easy. You just grab that link from your online office. And then you can just add that just straight to your bio on Instagram. But if you want to have more, so let's say you want to have a link to, more than one fitness program on there, or let's say we have a training, a sneak peek coming up, and if you have an event set up in Facebook, you can put the link to your event in there. In the link tree. So you can have multiple in the link tree. I'm going to show you what I do with mine. But so first you would go to, Beachbody. I'm not going to actually log into my Beachbody online. Does everyone know on here anyways how to get the link from your Beachbody online office? Yes. All right. I think most people know that part. You just go into the shareable media, find the video, and then it gives you the option to click it. So you would click there to copy the link. Sorry, I'm going to close the door because my daughter just turned the TV on. So you're going to click that link, and then you're going to go to Linktree. Now on your phone, let me just do it on my phone so I can make sure I'm giving you the right info. All right, so Linktree is also free. You can pay for it if you want to upgrade the stuff you can use on it, but I just use the free one. I've never needed to upgrade. So anyways, all right, I'm gonna do it. This is the Linktree page on a computer, obviously. And I already have, you'll see, like I have a bunch of links that I've used in the past. And what's nice is that once you put one in here, you can turn them off and on as you want. So like I have a sample workout in here, but I don't have it on right now because I'm using other links. But if I ever wanted to just flip it on so people had the option, I could just come back in here and click it to I just click on and now it's active. So now it would show up. And I've had other things in here, like from my New Year's health and fitness group, I had a link for that and people could click on it. So here you would just add a new link and then you literally just go in here and you put in whatever title you want. So you could put like new workout. I'm not a fast typer. Obviously you'd probably want to put something a little bit more fun than just new workout, but you know, super fun new dance workout or whatever, sample here or something like that. And then you would just literally copy and paste the link to here and that's it. And then you would turn this on and that's done. Then it would be in there. So when you go, in case you haven't seen what it looks like. So this is my Instagram page. When you click on my Linktree, this is what I have in there right now. So in Linktree, you can also add a picture so that at the top you can have a picture, whatever you want. And then, so I have, right now I have a thing called a free week of wellness. So I have 7 workouts and a meal plan. Now this is beyond what you need to worry about if you're new to this. Don't worry about this right here, because this I have to have a separate account thing for this that I pay for. But even if it was just the link, you'd click on it and it would bring them right to the thing. Or next week we'll work on forms, which is what this is. Like people will click on here and there'll be a form. But anyways, how do I get out of here now? What the heck did I do? All right. But see, I have the week of wellness. Then I also have I promote our monthly group as a 21-day boot camp. It's the same one you guys do. It's the same, I use the same groups you guys do. I just promote it as a 21-day boot camp every month to new people, just because that's what feels good to me. And I like to help people get quick results in 21 days. Then I know that they are able to kind of like keep going better on their own if I get them those really good results in 21 days. So that's how I do it. So I have a link for that in there. And I have a link for my Facebook page. Putting a link for your Facebook page in there is a great idea too, because that way, if you do meet someone on Instagram and you're like, oh, are you on Facebook? And they're like, yeah, find me at, Jen Smith. And you're like, well, there's only like 5 million Jen Smiths on Facebook. That should be easy. Instead, you can just say, click the link in my bio and click on my Facebook page and shoot me a friend request. That's so much easier to do. And then they can just find you, send you a friend request. So Linktree, it's so very basic, really. And then if you ever had, let's say you had a meal plan, like you could always share a free meal plan in here. You could share a free recipe from Beachbody On Demand blog. You could just grab the link to that on the blog, and then you could just put it in your Linktree, and then you could have like free recipe of the week, or you could change it every week if you wanted, or you could just leave it the same for like a month, or you could put multiple on there. So just be creative and put in here what you think your people want. So if your people want, more recipes, more nutrition information, add that in here. You could also put in here, the info video for something like To Be Mindset. Or Ultimate Portion Fix. You could put those videos in here. So you could say something like, need more help with your nutrition? Check this video out, or something like that. So it's just like, you could do so much with this if you just put some thought into it and try to figure out what your people could use the most. Does anyone have any questions about links, Bitly, or the Linktree? No? Oh, Kim. Yes, Kim.
Hey, so does it always work like when you have, okay, so you know how in Coach Office we can type in our Coach ID and then we get like everything with a Coach ID, which is great. Like if you want to share with someone, okay. So like I know last year I had trouble like when it was like Mother's Day month because it's about to be May. I was trying to promote the collagen because the sale was coming up on my Linktree, and then when I would try to put it, like some people were saying, "Oh, it's not taking me to you; it's just taking me to Beachbody in general." And the link had my Coach ID. Some people were able to reach it. Like, have you ever had that issue before?
I've never had that issue. No.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just be more in tune with it and check it out because last year was a little stressful. So I had to keep like sending like copy and pasting it to people individually because my link was acting up. But
Huh.
yeah, everything else works fine for me in Linktree. But I was just wondering because, you know, May's coming on Mother's Day and I want to promote that.
Yeah, no, I have never had that happen, at least not that I know of. It doesn't mean that it
Okay.
didn't happen, but as long as it has, as long as when you double check in your link tree, it has your, your coach ID. I mean, people can get confused sometimes though, because sometimes they'll click on those links and it looks like it just brings you to Beachbody on Demand. I mean, Beachbody's page, and they have to actually look pretty close to see like that you're assigned as their coach. So if they're new to that site, they may have just thought it wasn't, bringing them to you. It may have been.
Okay. So it's like because sometimes like a person will be like, oh, I see your little face on the corner. Another person's like, I don't see anything. But anyways, I was just wondering if you had that issue before because I'm planning to like put a few things like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I did it. I haven't. And I also wonder if that has something to do with whether they access it on a computer or on their phone. Like, I don't know if maybe it looks different. I don't know. But I would just, yeah, I mean, I guess I would just pay attention, I guess, to, if you can see, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe next week after we do forms, talk about forms, maybe you can add a form in there instead. And that way you definitely know who clicked it and who didn't,
Okay.
because you
That
can
sounds
collect
good.
like emails and see who did it.
Okay.
Any other questions? No. Oh,
Hey,
yes,
Kelly,
Lisa. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I noticed that you're saying like free week of wellness, or like you said, like just fun sample or whatever. So do you not put like the title? Because like I have like let's get up Sean T sample. Like, do you think it's better to say like super fun dance sample or whatever versus saying the actual name? Or
No,
do you think it
I don't
matters?
think it matters. I don't think it matters
Okay.
because when they click on that link, they're going to see what it is anyways. So I don't think it's not like we're trying to hide. I mean, no, I don't think it matters for me because it's just free week of wellness because it's multiple different ones. That's why I don't have any. Yeah, I
Okay.
just don't have any names on there right now. But no, I don't think it matters one bit. And also, like, if you were, I was just actually about to today. I'm going to add Energize as a link on here too, but I'm going to call it, my
Unicorn
unicorn
juice.
juice, just
Yeah.
because so many people ask me about it in that way. But it doesn't mean that like you can't put Energize on there or
Okay.
collagen, like Kim said. Like you could, I wouldn't worry about that at all, because once they've
Okay.
clicked on there, now they're kind of like invested, in you. Like they've looked at your face, they know like they're on your page. So I wouldn't
Okay.
worry about that at all.
I'm gonna add my Facebook though. That was good. Good call.
Yeah, and then so yeah, on Facebook you can add. So this was gonna be the next thing I was just gonna talk about is your bio. So your bio. I mean, I think more it matters on Instagram because a lot of people don't read or see your bio on Facebook as much. But your bio should be like what you're offering on your page. So a lot of times you put bios like, oh, I love, and I'm guilty of this for all the years up until just recently. So I did the same thing. I mean, because we just think, oh, we just like tell about us. So like, I'm a mom, 3 girls, I love this, I do that. Like, that's what I did. I said like, this is about me. But I watched a training recently and it was so smart. It was like, you don't want to do that. You want to put like, what are you offering on that page? Because you want to be promoting yourself as someone that's offering value, not just as another Instagram person on there for fun. Like you want people to look at your page and be like, oh, like she's offering this as value to me. Do I want to follow this or not? Versus, oh, she's a mom and she has a careless cat. Like, do I want to follow her or not? Like, it's kind of like we don't want to just be another person on Instagram. We want to be a place of of, you know, inspiration and information and teaching. We want people to come back for that. So in your bio should be, you know, like almost like a I was to I am. Like I used to be this and now I was this. And like, so you're basically telling people you're going to be sharing your journey between the two. Like, how did this happen between the two? So like, mine is, I went from an exhausted, overweight mom to living a full life of happiness and faith. Now I help others do the same. So that's more of like, so when someone clicks on that, if they're looking at that like, well, you know, that doesn't have, I have nothing in common with that. Like, I don't care about any of that. They're not going to follow me. But if they're like, oh my gosh, I'm an overweight mom that's exhausted. Like, I would like to live a life of happiness and faith. I'm going to follow her. So it gives people a reason to follow you. Does that make sense? Like to have a more of like this is my journey. This is how I did this to this, and I'm gonna teach you how I did this. Follow me, kind of a thing. So when you have your profile or your bio, this is the perfect place to do like where I have like click for free week of wellness, and then I have my link underneath, because when you put in the website there and when in your edit profile. So in here, when you put in your website, that's my link tree right there. It automatically, you know, populates it. So it goes right underneath your bio. So you know that like, it will be underneath when it's like all put together like that. So, and your Facebook really should be the same kind of thing. Although Facebook gives you a lot less letters to use, so you might have to shorten up your let's see if I can log in real quick. You might have to shorten up your bio or a little bit to fit it. I hate how the top of this share screen thing covers the top of my screen. So I can't get to my bio. Oh wait, maybe I can. Okay, here we go. So then like my bio here is different because I couldn't fit in the other one. I actually want to edit this to make it sound a little bit more like the other one, but I haven't done that yet. They give you a lot less space. So you just have to be a little creative in how you word it for Facebook. But also in Facebook, when you edit your profile, you have a space to add a website, and that's where you would want to add your Linktree link to where the website is. So that way, in any conversation you have, you can always refer people, oh, I have this awesome, you know, fit. Or like if you invite someone and they're like, no, I'm not ready, that's when you can be like, well, if you click the link in my bio, or you click the link on my whatever, my website in my Facebook bio, you can get a free sample workout, or you can get a free meal plan, or whatever it is you offer in there. You can tell them that. And it's just an easy way to give people just value. And it's all right there. And in Linktree, you can just keep adding stuff to it. Like you can go in there and add a bunch of stuff. Then you could literally just go in and click on and off every month what you want to share, what you don't. You could have like a whole year's worth of stuff if you wanted in there. And then every month just go in and click on the new one, if you wanted to, like, you know, pre-plan. So it's a simple way to just add value to people. I think that was it. Are there any questions about any of it? Maybe Charlene's coming to press unmute.
I have an identity crisis going on. So I have a blog, Embracing Life Now. Everybody here uses their name. And like, I'm having trouble like letting that go and like changing it to it being me. And I don't know what to do about that. You know,
Wait, letting what go? Okay.
Like the blog part, the Embracing Life Now, because I started out 6 or 7 years ago with this coaching thing, but not around fitness, not around being sober, but just around spirituality, life changes, things like that. And I guess I don't know where, and this probably isn't the right question to ask here, but making health and wellness one part of embracing life now is like what is going through my mind.
So have you made that, like, have you made that shift? Have you shifted from, not from, but have you added that to your life, like the health and wellness part, or are you in the process of doing that?
I'm in the process, you know, I'm going through a second physical transformation. I did it, you know, like 2013, 2000. Well, actually, I think I started in 2009 through like 2015. I was like really thin and stuff like that, working out all the time. And then I dropped off and now I'm back in, right?
Mhm.
But like all the stuff that I did before, card readings, spirituality, and I know here at Beachbody, we try to incorporate that into all that we are online. But I guess my question is it better to still include that stuff on that bio and the free page and the freebies, or just switch over to fitness? I feel
Do
like I'm like,
you, well, it's more about what do you do on a, like, on a weekly basis? What do you do? What do you take part in? Like, if you're still really involved in the card reading and spirituality part of it, then absolutely keep it, because that's you. You know, that's part of you. That's part of your identity. That's part of what makes you you. If it brings you joy, you add that in, like that's part of you. Your bio could be just what you just said, like figuring out life, like adding in this new thing, you know, like you're already here, you already have this, which you really love. So you're not changing your life, you're just adding this new piece, and it's an adventure. Like you don't really, you're moving forward one day at a time. You don't have a plan for it. There's no like magic on how to get there. You're just getting through it kind of a thing, you know, because that's really your life. You're on that journey.
yeah.
And that's a lot of people are there that are going to feel that and be like, oh, I feel that. I'm on that journey too.
Yeah. I just like my bio right now is helping you embrace your healthiest life. And then I have sober recovery and fitness. And then take the food diary 5-day challenge with my Linktree, which has a lot more on it. So
you might want to rethink just the wording to maybe make it more streamlined, because it does kind of feel like it's like, where is she talking about sober life? Is she talking about healthy life? Is she talking about eating? Like, but like maybe have a broader term for it. Like, I don't know, like living or managing my, I don't know. I'd have to put some thought into it. I'm not good at like thinking up
okay.
words, but
Yeah,
like managing my life while adding, or enjoying my life while adding in, you know, healthy, I don't know. I could think of some and then send you some ideas after I have a minute to think, but you probably could figure it out. But you know what I mean? Like try to find a word that kind of embraces like the wholeness of what you're doing. A couple of those words instead of trying to be very specific about
okay.
it. And thus, of course, with the sober part though, I would say if that's a really big thing that you really enjoy talking about with people, if that's a really strong thing for you, that could be something you would want in there, that word, because I know there's a lot of people that search that word to look for people like you. So that word in particular, that I wouldn't shy away from, you know, putting in there, because I think that really could be a benefit if it's something that you're super passionate about sharing with others.
So yeah, because yours is set up so this transformation is right in your sentence. So maybe if I switch it to sober mom who, I don't know.
I know. I'm gonna think of some. I'm gonna brainstorm too. And then I'll send you, and then maybe you'll, because sometimes when I hear someone else brainstorm for me, I hear words and stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, and then I can form my own, but I just needed like a little extra outside my brain, other
Yeah.
people's info.
That's why, and everybody seems to have, I've looked at everybody's bios and everybody seems to do it a different way, so.
Yeah, well, that's why it really has to be, you know, personal to you. But you definitely want it to be personal to you and not generic. Like, you know, you don't want them to see your bio and be like, oh, I've seen that bio. Every single sober person's account I've looked at today, same thing. You know, you don't want it to be like that either. You definitely want it to be, you know, your story. You are a piece of you there. So, I mean, it's not quick. I didn't come up with mine very quickly. I had to write down, what I did was I wrote down a bunch of words, like key words that I thought about myself, about like before Beachbody and now. And then I just like wrote a bunch of words that I felt described me before, and I wrote a bunch of words that described me after. And then I just tried to make like a bio that connected the two. So it took me time because I'm not good at doing that in general. So it took me a long time, but that was a good way for me to do like a brain dump. And when you do that too, it also helps with your posts, because then you'll have the list of the 2 different parts of your life that you can connect in posts to. So it doesn't ever hurt to do that brain dump like once a month, because you're going to come up with new things. You're going to come up with new ways to say things that you didn't think of last month. And you'll have grown. Every month we grow. And you'll realize maybe this month you are a certain way, or you've accomplished something this month that you hadn't, you know, last month or the month before. So definitely do that. And never be afraid to update your bio. Like if you write something today and all of a sudden tomorrow you're like, I'm not really sure about that. Just change it. Change it until it feels like perfect to you.
I've done that. I've relabeled myself like 25 times in the last 6 years.
It's okay. Hey, it means you're growing. Every time
Now
you
I'm-
have to relabel yourself, you're growing. It's a great thing that we can do that.
Okay.
That we're not just stuck, right?
Thank
Any-
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions?
Well, sorry, I must have missed that. When you put your links in your Facebook, where are you putting them?
Wait, start again. I missed it.
I know that you said that you have like your links on your Facebook too. Like, where do you put that?
I put my Linktree in the website part. So like in your bio or in your, I forget what it's called. There's like a place to put your website, I think it says. Sorry, I'm logging in.
Do you think it's
So edit profile. So if you go all the way, see how it says there's a website right here? You just click edit. You can scroll down to the bottom and it says websites.
got it?
You can edit and then you can just put them in there.
Okay. It says, I guess you have to set it to public in order to feature them. Got it.
Mine is public, I think.
Yeah, I just have to change that.
Any other questions? No? All right. Awesome. I'm going to stop this recording.